Well, I tend to think, again, I know I sound like a promoter of genetic engineering, but honestly, I can't hide from the fact that I think the technology is useful, and deserves to be used in wise ways. I think we're probably going to look back, and I don't know if it's 10 years, 20, 50 years, but people are going to accept the technology because it's too useful. It's just very, it works. It does good things, and even in spite of the fact that, yes, there are, the large multinational corporations that haven't, always behaved in ways that are defensible, and the concern that you brought up, Aaron, that who's controlling this technology. That I have good friends that are concerned that multinationals are empowered because of these technologies. Even with those concerns on the table, I tend to think that there is a lot of there's too much value in what we can do. And I gave that example from Uganda as just merely one. There are just so many projects that are sitting on shelves in laboratories or published, but not being used because if you can't market, if you can't commercialize what you've done.
Yeah, the drugs for rare diseases that don't get made and people are dying. And of course,
I have a question. This is a little bit aggressive for the conversation, but I heard about them trying to use something called terminator seeds for reduced plants that are infertile, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also heard that there was some kind of large backlash against that, and they don't do that for some reason. What was the reason that they chose to let that go?
Yeah, so the terminator technology is the production of seeds that are can produce a crop but then are infertile.
Sterile.
Yeah, and sterile. And so actually the technology was adapted once again from what we find in nature. So it's actually technology that we sort of co-opted from nature. But your concern is bigger than where did this come from. It's are we creating crops that are maybe can't be saved, right? The seeds can't be saved. It was never commercialized because of the backlash that occurred. You're absolutely right. There was a backlash. So I'm quite confident that there is not a single case of actual application. It was just too controversial. One of the ideas was to use the technology to keep people from saving seed, so they'd have to come back and buy seed. But the other reason for the technology was so that if you've got all right, so let me introduce a term. So transgene is a gene from a foreign organism, right? So if it's a gene from a wild potato into a cultivated potato, that's not a transgene. But if it's from a bacterium into potato, that is a transgene. That's from a foreign organism. So the transgenes can move in pollen, and that would be one of the
pollen?
In pollen.
Pollen, okay.
Yeah, so we can loop back and talk about that issue. That would be one that I would rank as a significant issue for and concern. But one of probably the best ways to control the flow of transgenes in nature is through the terminator gene, and so actually that was probably a good thing, but a good application. But either way, it's not been used.
So the concern was that genetically modified plants would crossbreed with, I guess what you would call what do they call them?
Just conventional plants.
Yeah, conventional plants or there's another term for it. Heirloom plants.
Oh yeah. Good term. Yeah. And so maybe I can imagine a circumstance where you would have transgenes, terminator technology in a field, and maybe the neighboring field is an heirloom variety. So there might be some need to pay attention to, this proper distance and so on. So there's not a problem there. But I mean, that's a it's a legitimate issue that hopefully would be addressable through through wise use. But again, the Terminator technology has not been used because of the controversy associated with it.
You think it'll blow over eventually?
I don't know.
It seems like so many of these things that are new ideas are explosive at first, and then as they die down and their true value is sort of meted out, and find out this actually is good.
Yeah, it could be. That'd be a good question for discussion in a graduate course.
Right. Yeah.
Under what circumstances might this be acceptable?
Right. Yeah. Good.
Giving away seeds or something.
Yeah. Good qualifying exam topic or something.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty.
Watch out, students.
That's
Take note.
Actually.
At Kyojuteru Kempo, we believe that everyone has the right to defend themselves and their loved ones. Violence can visit us despite age, race, or gender. Call us at Kyojuteru Kempo or check us out at kyojuteru.org. kyojuteru.org.
Hello, I'm Chip Sebastian. I am the co-host of Sebastian and Sierp. If you've been liking the shows, please click like down below. And if you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, jump on over to YouTube, click subscribe, and you will get the most recent episodes of our show where we're interviewing all kinds of great and interesting people. So we're looking forward to a lot more shows. Stay tuned. It's rolling. Just begun.